What bothered me always is the waste that happens every time you make a movie. Let's try and do better and be more sustainable.
It's obviously something new that people aren't used to. It's going to take a little bit of time, and it's not exactly free to go green and sustainable.
In production, we are dealing with each department head, each people, like they know how to do their job very well. They've been doing it the same way for decades. Now you want to maybe throw in a wrench, and everyone, you guys all know, if you're production people, the fast pace of production, there's really not a whole lot of time to troubleshoot and make things better. So there's a fear of change. Our little show was like the birthplace of, what we see now as the solar Basecamp. I'd like to bring Gale up from Greenlight so he can give any technical answers. If you want to ask anything, please feel free to do so.
It excites me when I see an entire base camp full of Greenlight equipment, off-grid, where we've created a microgrid in Basecamp. I didn't think that was possible when I only had 20 trailers here in California. And now we're in California, Albuquerque, Georgia, New York, Canada. We're everywhere with solar, and it works. It's been quite a journey and a process to see the evolution of solar in our industry. Prior to, I feel, Greenlight coming on board, there was a handful of people who were mainly in it. And now I walk down this lot here at Universal and I see our trailers and other competitors who are also striving to reach a full sustainable base camp in their equipment. So it excites me. I couldn't be prouder of being part of it.
One of the questions was, hey, are we going to lose our generator operator? Are we going to be losing, transportation people on there? And you don't, because you still have to park the equipment. They transition into doing other things, and they're still dealing with the trailers. You still, as of now, there is some cable that's going to be ran, whether it's to VTR, DIT. It was difficult in the beginning to get people to try it.
I feel there will always need to be a need for a base camp generator operator. One, knowledge that a generator operator brings in order to maintain a base camp will always be a necessity.
If you're out in, like I've done a lot of shots at the beach, as you guys probably have also, and in the desert. California is great and we have these excellent locations, but we always spend about 3 hours getting cable out there and getting cable back at the end of the night. So, this really helps the crew. They're able to do what they need to do. We're using better power and cleaner power, and they're getting home probably 2 hours earlier. Not just Basecamp, but if we think about all of the different things, we had a lot of skepticism, I would say, within the gaffer and the electric crew. I think that when they see that it can work, and they can work a little bit easier and better, and, as people get confident, as technology gets better, they can see how it's helping them. Sometimes change in our industry takes some time. And we're just really here to kind of say, we were, like I kind of say the birthplace of the solar base camp, but you have to kind of take those chances in order to, get there in advance. The director, all of the heads of departments, they have to be part of it and on board, as you know, because you can't get any production done if everyone's not working as a team.
And there's data to be had. So I don't just sit here and say, oh, our product works, sun is out, it's working. I can give you data that shows exactly how the equipment's performed. So if I were to talk to a transportation coordinator, I could show you that we have historical data that shows we haven't plugged in a trailer like Ransom Canyon for over 3 months. Not one trailer plugged into a generator operated on the daily, whether they were shooting nights, because there's 14 hours-ish of battery backup that gets you through a night shoot. So then when everybody goes home during the day, the trailer produces more solar than the trailer can use. So we produce more power, batteries are back to 100%, you come back in for your night shoot, and you can still continue on. So the data and showing a transportation department that data, I think, is also helpful.
The great thing is, from where it started, of having to push people, beg and plead to try something, now people know that it works, and it's only gotten bigger, it's only expanded, and it's only getting even more comfortable for all productions of all sizes.